Alright, so I wanted to make this video about the Metaverse Web 3.0 because right now what's happening is like unbelievable. This is such a moment in history that gets to be documented because it's the culmination of many, many years of just technology evolving. I mean, it's crazy to think back to a time when I was a young teenager before the internet really even began. And so like thinking about Web 1.0 where I had dial-up internet, I had net zero. I remember being in my basement. I remember a time where I took my dad's laptop. It was the first time I ever even seen a laptop, and I didn't even have the internet, but I was so obsessed with the idea of a laptop that I stickered it up with all my skateboarding stickers and just would sit in my basement and imagine what it would feel like to like be a hacker. And then this movie came out called Hackers. I don't know if you guys ever remember that movie. Some of you probably are too young, but definitely check out this movie. It was epic. It's with Angelina Jolie. She was so hot in this movie. And it was all about just like hackers and hackers uniting. And I just became obsessed about like the internet. Then I got net zero. My first experience was net zero sending mail to my house, me finding, and they sent me a CD-ROM. I had to put a CD-ROM into the desktop of our compact computer, get a free trial, and had dial-up free internet. That led me to having AOL Instant Messenger, AIM. I think my username was GMoneyA, GSpot13888, some shit like that. And we used to just love being on chat rooms. It was just like an unbelievable era. That then led to Web 2.0 where I became so in love with the internet that I dropped out of college my first semester, went and started an online business, which led me to starting the largest millennial publication on the internet. 80 million people, millennials specifically, my generation, were reading it. It was the #1 publication for millennials during that time of 2000, basically 2010, 11, all the way to 2015. It's still around today, elitedaily.com. And that's Web 2.0, right? We started to actually transact in e-commerce and just like the boom of digital media and social media, and that's when all of a sudden Instagram popped off, and it's been unbelievable. It's changed my life. Web 2.0 is what initially helped me to become a multi-millionaire, self-made millionaire. And now we're in Web 3.0, right? Which is where like now value is being stored in a digital economy through blockchain technology. And so now we have these non-fungible tokens, NFTs. We have the ability to transact through Ethereum and a number of different tokens. We have altcoins. We have obviously the main store of value in cryptocurrencies through Bitcoin. And there's just an unprecedented time in history where we're exchanging value now through a digital contract. And ultimately, now we have this metaverse where we're finally seeing transactions happening that is really telling that we're in a time that is basically where a digital economy is here and it's not going anywhere. And in fact, digital real estate and like our digital footprint, even as like a personal brand and as individuals, is becoming worth more than shit in real life. So just ultimately it's just like super dope. And I'm gonna read this tweet from, if you guys watch Leaders Create Leaders season 1, I had a really dope dude named Shaan Puri on season 1. Let's take a quick clip from that.
Maybe next week, maybe in 5 years, but the day will come for this idea. And when it comes, I'm gonna ask you for your money. I'm gonna ask you to be a teacher. I'm gonna ask you to be a couple of things. I'm telling you now because I need to make it real. And the way I make shit real is I say it out loud. And so they're like, okay, sounds pretty good. Like, come to us whenever you're ready. Yeah. And so the seeds have been planted for this idea. So I challenge you to
start saying, let's do it now. And I got your back. And I would do it with you.
All right.
Yeah.
Done.
And then Shaan, he came out with a tweet that really talked about the metaverse. And I want to read it to you guys. It goes, hot take, everyone is wrong about the metaverse. Here's my 3-part theory. Part 1, everyone is wrong. Most people think the metaverse is a virtual place, like in the movie Ready Player One. A virtual world like Minecraft, Roblox, or like Zuck showed in the Facebook demo. But what if it's not a place? What if it's a time, right? It's A time, and he says, what the fuck? Yes, a moment in time. You know, in artificial intelligence, there's an idea of the singularity. It's a moment in time where AI becomes smarter than humans. The moment when artificial intelligence basically is more valuable and smarter than human intelligence. So the metaverse is the moment in time where our digital life is worth more to us than our physical life. This is not an overnight change or an invention by some Steve Jobs type. It's a gradual change that's been happening over the last 20 years. All right, so every important part of life is going digital. Work, from factories to laptops, boardrooms to Zoom calls, friends, from neighbors to followers. Where do you find like-minded people? Twitter, Reddit. Games, more kids play Fortnite than basketball and football combined. Identity, filters are the new makeup. Stories are your personal billboard to broadcast who you are. What matters more, what you look like in real life or what you look like on Instagram? This pic to the left is what they see, so it's what matters. Everything goes digital. Your friends, your job, your identity. And now with crypto, your assets are online too. Bored Apes are the new Rolex. Fortnite skins are the new skinny jeans. If everyone hangs out online all the time, then your flexes need to be digital. So if you play this forward another 10, 20 years, we will cross into the metaverse, the moment in time where digital matters more to us than physical. Or our attention used to be 99% on our physical environment. TVs dropped that to 85%, computers down to 70%, iPhones down to 50%. Our attention has been sucked from physical to digital, and where attention goes, energy flows. If 50% of our attention is on our digital screen, then 50% of our energy will go to our digital life. Today, it takes some effort to take our phones out of our pocket and look at it. Soon, some company will make smart glasses that sit in front of our eyes all day. We will go from 50% attention on screens to 90%, he claims. That's the moment in time when the metaverse starts, because at that moment, our virtual life will become more important than our real life. Is this a good or bad thing? Like anything, it's neither good or bad. It's just a thing, a very different thing. And so I thought it was super dope that how he, really talked about this, right? Because it's like, what would life look like if all of a sudden we were wearing these like AR, AI glasses that basically everywhere we went, I've always thought about like what it would be like to walk around, and then as you look around, like if you look at a place, you go to a mall, and all of a sudden you start seeing things pop up like about certain people, and like all of a sudden you're just like able to completely be able to switch how you see the world, just like merging this like metaverse with real life, and then obviously just like now we're even going further than that, where we're just completely starting to immerse ourselves into people buying land and companies now buying land and building a whole new footprint, just like they would buy a billboard on Fifth Avenue in New York City. Now they're like building a whole universe in just the virtual world. I mean, just some of the news recently. I mean, just think about this. You got Disney that announced that they are coming out with their own metaverse, right? Microsoft just did the biggest acquisition they've ever done, close to $70 billion to buy a company that's all in on building games in the metaverse. You have MasterCard and Visa that just did a move into Coinbase and working now into building a token. PayPal is now building their own stable coin. You have Tesla that just announced that they're accepting Dogecoin. I just think it's super dope that Disney is building their own metaverse. Here's a quote from the CEO of Disney. He said, "Our efforts today are merely a prologue to a time when we'll be able to connect the physical and digital worlds even more closely, allowing for storytelling without boundaries in our own Disney metaverse. And we look forward to creating unparalleled opportunities for consumers to experience everything Disney has to offer across our products and platforms wherever the consumer may be." Like, what? That's crazy. You have Microsoft, like I said, you got Walmart that now has just filed a patent and creating their own coin. you know, when it comes to NFTs, OpenSea just raised another 300 million. They have close to a $14 billion valuation. I mean, that happened in what, like a year? That's insane. Just thinking about all the different transactions that have been happening in the NFT space. Final Fantasy and a lot of gaming companies now are just all talk about blockchain gaming. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable to just see how much is happening. It's really, really exciting, and I think it's here to stay. You know, what I'm doing is, one, I am just thinking about how I'm going to innovate in my own company. Like having yourself think about like, okay, what is my service and what am I, the way that I'm doing business that gets to evolve and now gets to embrace blockchain technology, embrace cryptocurrencies, embrace NFTs, embrace the metaverse. And so for us as a community, we're talking about building a DAO for Leaders Create Leaders. We're talking about launching an NFT project now with our community that has utilities to be able to get access to special events and just special coaching and different products and services and the clothing brand of Leaders Create Leaders and all things that are going to be tied to NFTs. And so really excited about that, tying together with my new book as well. And then just like, I'm thinking about it from an artistic play too. Like, I just want to have a lot of fun in like, what is it going to look like in creating more of a digital footprint with my personal brand, but even further, like designing in the 3D for the metaverse. And so I'm really excited about that. I'm also just investing into different communities that I really believe in, that I think have a great roadmap. And so just paying attention to like all the different brands and communities that are launching and that have a really dope roadmap. Yeah, this is like an unbelievable time in human history. And so if you're interested in learning more about NFTs and the metaverse and the moves and investments that I'm making into it, then we just launched a Discord. And so get on my Discord. Link will be in the description, and jump on the Leaders Create Leaders Discord to find out about the new announcements coming out with our NFT and different projects that we're getting behind, different NFT projects. So Web 3.0 is here. Metaverse is here, NFTs are here, and it's an unbelievable time for you to be creating and leveraging blockchain technology. Now's the time. Go all in. I believe in it. And so hope this video was dope. Subscribe, check out our Discord, and let me know in the comments if you are investing and how you are leveraging Web 3.0, blockchain, crypto, NFTs in your life right now. Peace.